Today I'm going to be trying to make the tasty chocolate chip cookie recipe. If you want to make it for yourself, I'll put it in the description. I wrote a little recipe. It's not as detailed as the video, but if you want to take a screenshot of that, that is what I'm going to be using today. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I got this strainer set up in here. It said to sift it. I don't know, that might work. So we're gonna start with a cup of bread flour. Right there. Did a little too much, so I'm not gonna do it all the way. Scoop a little bit out. Okay, put that back. And then 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So I have a 1/4 cup right here. 1, 2, and 3 right there. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna try to sift this. Probably use this cup here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to use to sift. Okay, that seemed to do something. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks very fine, like powdered sugar almost. But that took a while, and I don't really want to do that for the other stuff. So I'm going to add I'm just not going to sift the rest of the stuff. So 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 2 teaspoons salt, which seems kind of like a lot. So I'm just going to add 1.5 because I don't want to get too salty. And then, salt's in the way. And then I'm just going to mix this. Okay, I'm just gonna set this guy aside, and then next thing we're doing is browning some butter. So to make brown butter, just melt 2 sticks of butter in a pan until it turns brown like this. Yeah, so there you have it. This took me about maybe 5 minutes-ish, but just always stir it so it doesn't burn, and then we are gonna try to pour this into a glass measuring cup. That actually worked surprisingly well. I didn't spill any, and as you can see, now I have a little less than a cup. So add enough water to get it up to a cup is what the instructions said, and then I will check back in once I do that. So probably wait until the butter is cooled, or else it's gonna bubble like that. Unless you want it to bubble like that. I don't know if that did something bad, but hopefully it didn't. So yeah, now we're gonna make the sugar and egg mixture. Okay, so I have my brown butter in this bowl. I'm trying to show you it without it spilling, but we are going to crack 1 egg in there. And then also 1 egg yolk, which I'm going to have to get another bowl to put the whites into, I just realized. Okay, so I'm just going to crack it over this bowl. Let most of the whites drain out, and then just plop the yolk back and forth between the 2. And since we already have 1 egg, whole egg in here, it's not the end of the world if there's a little bit of egg white. It's not like we're trying to do something that's just egg yolks. But as you can see, it's just the egg yolk in there now, so just plop that in that bowl, and then throw the yolks away, and then we're gonna add the sugar. Okay, so since my brown sugar is kind of dark, I'm going to do 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Just put that in there. Ooh, spilled it a little bit, so I'll need to be careful. And then 1 whole cup of white sugar. If you can adjust this according to your taste or what you have. If you have really light brown sugar, maybe you want to do 1 cup of brown sugar and then 1/2 cup of white sugar. But this is just what I'm doing based off what I have. It says to use a hand mixer, like the spinny things, but I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna use a whisk. I hope it works. I forgot to add vanilla, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of that now. This should be good. Okay, so I don't know if this qualifies as stiff peaks, but I don't really want to whisk it anymore because my arm's getting tired, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So I'm gonna do that off camera because I only have 2 hands. Ta-da! Okay, so now I'm just gonna like fold it in. The recipe also called for espresso powder, by the way, but I don't have that, so I'm not gonna put that in. It'll probably be fine. Okay, I'm gonna add the chocolate chips when it's like this because you're not supposed to overmix it. So I'm just gonna, you can see there are a couple flour spots in there, but I can get those out when I'm folding in the chocolate chips. I'm gonna use this really cool like cookie scooper thing to scoop out the cookies. How this works, you push down here and there's a little gear, and there's like this little metal thing that goes out and scrapes the bottom of the thing to just like pop the cookie dough out. So this is the first time I'm going to try it. Oops, got the bowl in the camera. I'm going a little bit more than what the thing is, and that worked really well. Look at that, that looks nice. Okay, so I ended up making 15 cookies with my medium-sized scooper, so I'm going to let these chill in the fridge for 1 hour. Okay, so it's been an hour in the fridge. Now I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 and then put them in for like 12 minutes or longer until they're done. Okay, I just took the cookies out. This has been like 16 minutes-ish. As you can see, some of them combined on this tray, which isn't great, but I can like separate them. And, oh no, that's not good. I'll put that back together. And I'm gonna put a couple on here to see if there is any difference. Okay, so this is the one that I left on the rack. And then this is the one that I left on the pan. It's about the same. This one might be a little bit crispier, maybe just because it has dried faster. But now I'm going to try it. Okay, I ate like half of that, and now I'm going to dip the rest in milk. I put it in a bowl because I'm not gonna like drink it afterwards. 9.4. It's actually a really good cookie though. It's really buttery. I feel like that's a perfect chocolate chip cookie. Honestly, I changed my vote. 9.8.